Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars.
Hello, hello, hello.
I am your friendly neighborhood Pokeprof, joined once again by the lovely Kitty Cross, and we're in
Hello.
Moleville. Now, before anyone starts anything out, I want to say, yes, I know I missed a bunch of hidden chests back in a Forest Maze and in the Pipe Vault. But considering that we're kind of just going through this as, you know, we're trying by our best memories, it's not always easy to remember everything when it comes to those hidden chests. You know, as Kitty has said, you know, the fact I'm remembering some of these is amazing to her.
Yeah, and so in fact that I remember some of this stuff too is also amazing. We're not necessarily trying to run 100% this thing.
Well, I will, but I'll go ahead and, you know, get those things later on and show them off. Now, as we can hear, these little moles are telling us about a star that fell.
Cute little moles with their bows.
And you can find out some interesting little things by going into different houses and talking to the NPCs. It's like, this is a traditional RPG. There's a lot of things that you can see. Actually, shoot, that reminds me. Hang on, folks. We'll actually continue on in just one moment. I want to show something off. Hopefully they're still there. Because I just remembered something. That one thing we actually will see later on in the game, and I know some people have actually missed it here in the Mushroom Kingdom. Let's see, I believe it's this house here. Damn, we missed them. At least we get to see a note. So yeah, earlier on in the game we have Raz and Rainy, I believe it's pronounced.
Rainy, yes.
Yeah, and there'll be basically two little mushroom couples here in this house. They say they want to go get married and they're about ready to go when, you know, the Pogos guys come in. And they'll actually leave and progress throughout the story. Which is really interesting, and I feel so stupid for not thinking about them earlier on.
Well, they're just a little side thing, not really major to the plot, so.
Well, you say that, and then we'll see them in a little bit.
We'll see them, but it's not like they have a huge impact on the story, right?
No, not really, but it was just...
There's Bowser.
It was just something interesting, because, you know, RPGs are all about, you know, how the world changes, but very few RPGs really tend to do it, especially these days. And I love how the Koopa crew here is complaining about the fact that Malo and Gino are really tough, and yet I honestly don't think we've fought any of Bowser's troops at all since...
No. He's talking about Smithy's gang. They're trying to get their keys
back,
really?
I always assumed it was they're talking about frickin' Malo and Gino.
No. Remember when you first encountered them in Mushroom Way, I believe it was? Well, you don't encounter them, but you see them. They're going off to try to storm off and get Bowser's keep back from Smithy and the gang. And obviously they can't because they're too strong for them, you know?
Right.
So now the Goombas and the Magic Koopas are saying, they're too strong for us. We're used to fighting Mario. We can't beat these guys.
Oh, I never realized that. I always thought they were talking about Malo and Gino the entire time.
No, they haven't even encountered them yet.
Right. Well, also, interesting thing, it doesn't matter how close you are to the actual sequence here, Bowser and his cronies will walk past Mario like he doesn't matter. But as you notice, we've actually got a couple of moles freaking out here. Apparently, one of the stars fell and, well, it's causing a little bit of chaos.
Holy moly.
Really? This is the pun kitty. But then we actually get a named mole here. Ma Mole. And she's the only mole that we'll actually see a name.
Don't we also see a paw mole later, though?
Well, I meant the only mole. This mole family. Ma Mole, Pa Mole, and then I believe it's Dinah and Mite. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Dinah and Mite, yeah. Dynamite.
Yeah. Those are the only ones with names throughout the entire group. But yeah, we now have heard the news. And we're, of course, going to rescue him because we're Mario. And they give us a little platform because apparently even us, Mario, can't jump up that high, so... Oh, wow. And immediately we are introduced some new enemies. Oh, 2 new enemies. We have the Magmite, not to be confused with the Magnemite. I missed my timing there. And the Babam. We also get to show off Mario and Malo's new weapons. Punch Club, the basically upgraded version of Mario's basic punch. Really cool. And the symbols allows Malo to attack with sound waves. Also, holy hell, you took a really hard hit there.
Of course, you're going to notice a recurring theme with the Malo's abilities. For example, HP Rain, and symbols, for example, are supposed to be reminiscent of the sound of lightning striking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Malo's all about, having, like, cloud-based abilities, which we'll actually see more of as we continue on.
After all, he kind of looks like a cloud.
Mm-hmm. But also, you notice how the mag little duty thing, I've already forgot his name, good lord.
Magmite?
Yeah, Magmite. He took a butt ton of punishment. This is actually where you first really start seeing in the game where enemies have certain defenses and abilities in the game. You even saw he had complete total immunity to Mario's jump attack. Which, while we saw back with the Spikies, is, like I said, this is the first real point of the game where we really see a lot of it coming into effect.
One thing I don't understand about when Malo casts his magic is that he floats out of his pants.
I don't know. You honestly consider to be that the weirdest thing we've seen in this game, much less the Mario universe?
No, I'm just wondering why they decided to do that in particular.
I don't know. Why did they decide to have a wooden doll be a character that follows around with us? Oop, new enemy.
Oh,
The
God,
Enigma.
I think it's disgusting looking.
Yeah. Echo Finder, which I want to say is either... there we go, it's mute. I thought it was either mute or fear.
But the thing about a living doll I can understand, and, for the most part, the way he moves and attacks makes sense. But when you get to Malo, just the fact that when he casts spells, he raises up out of his pants, and you're like, okay, why is he separated from his feet? Especially when you see the fact that he can walk normally, so it's kind of confusing.
I don't know. I've honestly never kind of really bothered thinking about it, especially considering the Mario universe has had weirder creatures.
Sorry, it's just, me being me, going back and looking at and playing all these old games I absolutely loved when I was younger. There's things that you tend to look at and you kind of analyze it and go, why is it like that?
Again, this is also coming from the same girl who thought the guy on top of Mac's head was not a separate entity. So, have you heard there's a rare item hidden in his mind? If I find it, I can sell it to someone in town. I'm in it for the money. I actually forget if you can find that item yourself or not. I honestly don't remember.
There was another path behind you, too.
Oh, yeah? I think that's just to go back to where we came from. Or nowhere at all.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah, they make it look like a path, but apparently not.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Now, you can actually go through and travel throughout this area, but we don't really want to. What we want to do is this.
Boing.
And kerplunk. And we see a familiar face! Croco has gone and basically stolen our stuff. This was a trap. Although, what anyone would think jumping up on the little springboard in a cave would do you, I don't know. Now, what's really interesting is we get to see him use a bomb to blow up the path. And essentially we get to chase Croco throughout this entire area. If you're really good with him, you can catch up to Croco essentially immediately. I could have sworn there was something secret up there, but literally when they say they took all your coins, they literally took all your coins. We kept the frog coins though. Yeah, oh, dang it. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, these guys really are the first major common enemies you'll see that are all about having stupidly high defense, but crap all for actual
offense.
No, crap all for special defense.
Oh.
Because as you saw, Mario attacking with his actual, fist did like 2-3 damage, where Gino's Gino Beam, well, I'll repeat the example right here. Whomp. Over 148 damage there.
Pop goes the Magmite.
Pretty much. Oh hey,
Ooh,
Gino leveled up. And it's level 7 for him, so I believe...
That means hit points.
Yep, health points. Which Gino kind of needs right now. He's been kind of really bad about this. And let's see, can I make it? Nah, dang it. But you'll chase Croco like that throughout the entire area. But honestly, at this point, you pretty much want to be focusing on his little henchmen when they're not running away scared. You get a little bit of coins back, and they'll go ahead and drop flower tabs. You kind of actually want to do this because it's a really good way of getting some flower tabs. I just usually beat Croco because this game has enough flower tabs that you really don't need to worry too much about it. Also, interesting thing to bring up, notice how Gino's been moving first in battle, even before the frickin' thieves here. Gino is so fast that he will move before a lot of enemies, to where you will essentially want to actually have that. It's one of the reasons he's one of the best characters in the game for a lot of people.
I mean, he has a lot of I think the strongest special attacks of any of the other characters.
Considering his special ability, which we will not mention until it actually comes up, yeah. Because you know what I'm talking about, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's 3 flower tabs.
Yeah, Croco.
Croco was actually behind us. Don't know how, but he was. And you can
right
hear,
into you.
and you can hear by the music, this is actually a boss fight. Moleville is actually really interesting because unlike a lot of the other areas, this actually area technically has 2 bosses. Croco here, who is actually not the main boss, he does not have his star thing. But also another boss, which we'll be getting to later. Let's see, Psychopath. Ooh, I'm good. So he has about 6,000 HP. We should be able to whip that pretty well. If you couldn't tell by the sound effects, I am horrible with timing Gino's timed hits. Especially with his finger gun, it's probably the hardest one of the bunch. And then when you miss, that kind of just doesn't help you at all. But yeah, Croco has a couple of different things up his sleeve this time around. He'll be throwing a lot of bombs at us, which does a pretty nasty bit of damage.
You might want to heal Gino.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do some HP rain. But he also has at least one other ability up his sleeve that, for the life of me, I can't recall. I just do know that he has at least one more skill that he'll throw at us. I believe it might be similar to something like the weird mushroom from his first fight. You want them back? You gotta take... There we go. This was the thing I was talking about. He'll actually steal all your items. So you now are basically without items until you beat him. Which can make this fight pretty tough, especially if you go and are like heavy using of the mushrooms and honey syrups. Make Actually, I'm gonna be healing.
Oh god, Mario needs healing bad.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I'm already on it. But yeah, this is what Malo's purpose is, especially early game, is he's your healer.
At least until someone else comes along.
Yeah. It also makes me wonder, just what exactly is Croco? Just, I mean, I know he's clearly supposed to be a crocodile, but he always, like, goes and throws stuff at you. It's like, it's just an interesting little enemy design.
The purple crocodile.
Better than a purple people eater, I guess. Come on, Croco, are you dead yet? There we go. So he gives us our items and our coins back. Plus the coins we actually get off for beating him and his flunkies. We also pick up a bomb, which we actually need, because if we had actually gone the, you know, not slammed our heads and just gone this way to begin with. Oh, there's a bomb. Ah, wanted to avoid him. Oop, hey, good thing we didn't. New enemy, the Cluster. Not to be confused with the Steven Universe character. Which turns out to be a little guy. Ooh, and it shows Crystal. This is actually a good opportunity to note the fact that there are elemental strengths and weaknesses in this game. As you notice with the Crystal, that's actually an ice elemental ability. Most characters tend to not have elemental abilities unless it's like specifically says the element in it, like Mario with his fire orb, or Malo here with his little...
Yeah, the crystal as well as the attack definitely look very reminiscent of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, makes sense considering this is Square's game.
I know, but, you know, there are only a few enemies in the game that actually have that kind of presence that look like they're from Final Fantasy. Most of them looked like, you know, they belong with the Mario universe.
So this is, at this point, this is where you would get stuck if you hadn't gone Croco. Because if you talk to this guy, this is Pommel. He talks about dynamite being trapped up beyond this wall, and thanks to us actually getting the bomb, we're able to move forward. Yeah, originally Pommel's like saying, you know, hey, let's go along. And honestly, I would have loved for him to join us. It would be cool to have a party member that, again, is like Malo and Gino. It's not part of the main Mario canon. But he decides, okay, I'm just going to go back because, you know, Mario's Mario.
Oh, it probably was a good thing you didn't have a mole on your team.
Why is that?
Never mind.
Oh, now I get it. Oh, Lord, really? Well, for that, let's go ahead and hurt Mario then.
Whoa!
Never knew about that?
I forgot about that. Frog coin!
Yep, that's actually a good way to earn a frog coin. But
Getting yourself bowled over.
Yep. Let's avoid these bombs. I believe this. Oh! I didn't realize this was a freaking Starman. Crap. Hey, level up. Malo reaches level 8, which I believe means magic is now the main focus here. Am I right? Hang on, I want to make certain about this. I actually have this little thing set up on my calendar here. Make sure I got everything set up. So level 8. Yes, level 8 should be magic, I believe. Yes, level 8 is magic. Ah, crap.
Careful.
I'll fix that in a bit. Yeah, sorry folks. I'm very particular about wanting to make sure I'm getting everything right here. It's like I said, you can pretty much level up however you want in this game, but I'm because I've honestly never gone and leveled up the characters even like this before. I want to make sure I get everything right because I want to be completely even to see how strong a well-rounded party of characters is by the end of the game. so Mallow, let's go heal up Mario. But other than that, the crystal guys tend to be pretty easy, and they give you some nice coins. You know, that should be it. Oh, no, he's still alive. There we go. And we get a pick-me-up from them. I actually didn't realize that was a drop for them. Mario goes to level 8 as well. And gets a much better bonus than Mallow. Alright, come on you, get out of the way. I want this. Oh, really?
I think it only is a star if you get it while you're still star-powered.
Oh, really? Does this turn into a star as well? If you're...
I think, but I'm not sure.
Future Prof, if that is the case, go ahead and put it up. But with that said, I think we should actually call it here for now.
Oh, are we at time?
Yeah, we're at time, and we're also going to be going into something a little bit bigger next time. So until then, folks, we'll see you then.
See you then.